Hello, I'm Jacob Heimovitz, and I gotta tell you something. Is that since when I was when I was over 25 in the fall of 2025 or in the holiday season of 2025. No, I said it wrong. Wrong. I said it wrong. I said it wrong. It's 2026, and 4 years ago, almost in late 2022 in the fall holiday season 2022, I hooked up all of the Klipsch 5.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos home theater surround sound speaker systems to this Denon. No, it was an old Onkyo 7 channel Dolby Atmos AV receiver, and I have an LG OLED 4K HDR Dolby Vision Smart TV. It's an OLED TV that has great picture quality, great black levels, great contrast, and I watched Saving Private Ryan for the first time. And I saw Saving Private Ryan when I was over 25 in 2022 of November or December, and I hooked it up with the speakers connected to the receiver and the 4K HDR OLED TV. And Saving Private Ryan is such an amazing movie. I even bought this new Denon Dolby Atmos DTSX 7-channel audio video receiver that came out in 2022 of the fall and hooked it up to this Klipsch 5.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos DTSX home theater surround sound. Well, after buying the Denon 7-channel Dolby Atmos DTSX home theater surround sound audio video receiver and connected to the Klipsch 5.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos home theater surround sound system, it turns speakers that have Dolby Atmos, which also includes DTSX when connected to the receiver, because it supports DTSX and Dolby Atmos. And it took a year to get it well balanced. After buying in 2023 the June, it took a year to get it well balanced, sound much better and less compressed and less too much. And I set the crossovers above the above where they can go lower on the speakers on the subwoofer. I leave it on 80 hertz for THX style sound quality, and I watched Saving Private Ryan multiple times on this Denon Dolby Atmos DTSX AV receiver paired with the Klipsch 5.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos DTSX home theater surround sound system with a 4K HDR OLED TV, and it also includes Dolby Atmos on the movie soundtrack. And that movie blew me away watching Saving Private Ryan. Blew me away watching. I said it wrong. When I watched Saving Private Ryan multiple times after buying a Denon 7-channel Dolby Atmos DTSX home theater surround sound audio receiver paired with the Klipsch 5.2 channel Dolby Atmos DTSX home theater surround sound speaker system paired with the 4K HDR OLED TV at 55 inches from LG, and I was running on an Apple TV connected to the receiver, which is able to output Dolby Atmos soundtrack while watching Saving Private Ryan. And let's get back to the movie. I love Saving Private Ryan. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's such an absolute amazing masterpiece. It's got great direction, great sound, great music, and it's very much based on historical history during World War II, especially the D-Day invasion. And it's a war action adventure military drama movie. It's got a lot of action scenes, but it's still amazing. And the action scenes were indeed filmed with a lot of shaky cam and fast quick editing way before the Bourne franchise pioneered it and popularized it in action cinema. Saving Private Ryan is one of those is a film that had a big impact on action and war cinema. That it changed action and war movies. That it used a lot of shaky cam and fast quick cut editing in a good way. And that I gotta tell you something. That was before the Jason Bourne movies made it popular. But Saving Private Ryan has some of the best action battle scenes, even with early shaky cam and action cinema. But the first action movie that used shaky cam in Hollywood is The French Connection. The Jason Bourne film trilogy made it more popular and mainstream and took off, and it ruined action cinema and made action movies bad. But Saving Private Ryan is an action war movie about how to do shaky cam correctly, and it had some of the best well-filmed action scenes with a lot of shaky cam to give it more like a documentary style, and it's so well shot, and Saving Private Ryan has had very great performances in acting and cast members from Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, Paul Giamatti, and Vin Diesel in his first action role before Fast and Furious and the first Triple X. And it's got great performances from Edward Burns, Paul Giamatti, and so much more. I love the direction of the movie. I love the pacing. I love the musical score. I love the storyline where they have to save a soldier who's been missing, probably after a war. And Saving Private Ryan is such a timeless classic. It's so amazing, and it had great visuals. It had great cinematography, especially during the earlier times of shaky cam and action and military action movies. And it's an action movie about military and war. And there's a lot of action-packed battle scenes, as well as a lot of scenes where American military soldiers are fighting their enemies in the war. And I love and I'll tell you something. Saving Private Ryan was Matt Damon's second action role, and Matt Damon's first action role he starred in was Courage Under Fire. It's also a very amazing movie, one of my all-time favorites. And he started in his character, Matt Damon's character in Courage Under Fire appeared in many action battle scenes. That was his first action role, way before the Jason Bourne trilogy. And Saving Private Ryan is the second action film made him an action star. But the Jason Bourne film trilogy was Matt Damon's first action movie role that made him that made him a lead action role. And when he combined Saving Private Ryan's shaky cam action style with the star of Matt Damon, and when he combined the Jason Bourne trilogy's movie star Matt Damon in the lead role, paired with shaky cam and fast quick editing, you get two action movies starring Matt Damon that change action cinema film with shaky cam and fast quick editing in a good way. But I gotta tell you something. Those films, Saving Private Ryan didn't popularize shaky cam action cinema, but the Bourne trilogy did. And and shaky cam and action movies that are not good, but they're also terrible, gave me a bad impact on me. The Taken sequels are bad. Transport 3 is bad. Colombiana is bad. Last Days of American Crime is so bad. Those were bad action movies, directed by this shitty, terrible action director, Olivier Megaton. He's so terrible. I only liked the first Taken movie and the Transporter 1 and 2. And the fourth Transporter movie is also bad. And Brick Mansion's remake was so bad. It's directed by a bad action director, similar to Olivier Megaton. They make action movies look like crap. Even Vin Diesel starred in Triple X Return of Xander Cage. I used to like that movie almost a decade ago as an adult, but I stopped liking it because it's not the action was so shaky. It's hard to tell what's going on. There's too much CGI. Other bad action films that used shaky cam was The Matrix Resurrections. That had bad action scenes. I did like the first two Matrix sequels; they were good. The first Matrix movie is one of my all-time favorites. But the first three Matrix movies had very great action scenes. The fourth film wasn't, because it had a lot of shaky cam and fast, quick editing. Other bad action films that use shaky cam was Getaway, Alex Cross. Those are some of the worst film action scenes ever put to action cinema. And let's get back to Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is loosely based on real events in World War II, it's got a lot of battle scenes that are based on real life in World War II, such as the opening D-Day scene, and I think the final battle action scene in Saving Private Ryan was loosely inspired by a real life battle. But it's a really great movie. I love the dialogue of the movie. I love the acting. I love the tone. I love the chemistry between Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, who would also go on to make, produce, and write two highly acclaimed, successful, iconic, beloved military war action adventure shows, such as Band of Brothers, which is now one of my all-time favorite shows. I recently watched early this year on HBO Max on my Dolby Atmos home theater surround sound AV receiver paired with the clip speakers, but I watched it on a 4K HD or OLED TV at 55 inches, and I watched on my Apple TV, and when I watched Band of Brothers on my Dolby Atmos home theater surround sound speaker system, I watched it on a Denon. I said let me start over. When I watch Band of Brothers on my Dolby Atmos home theater surround sound speaker system, I watch it on a Denon 7-channel Dolby Atmos DTS:X home theater surround sound 7-channel AV receiver wired to a 5.1.2 channel Dolby Atmos DTS:X home theater surround sound system by Klipsch, and I watch it running on Apple TV connected to the receiver, and it's such an amazing show, one of my all-time favorite shows. I'm watching The Pacific, another World War II action drama show, produced and made and written by Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. I saw that on the same receiver I watched Saving Private Ryan and the Band of Brothers, paired with the speakers connected to the receiver. And they're so amazing. And Saving Private Ryan is so timeless, it's so gripping, it's so immersive. I love the set designs, I love the production design, I love the world building, I love the characters, I love how they probably do training scenes for that movie, and it's such an amazing movie, and it's a masterpiece. And Saving Private Ryan has a great filmmaking techniques, but it didn't popularize the action cinema. The Bourne trilogy did, and Saving Private Ryan has so many great, well-filmed battle scenes in action cinema and military action cinema, but they were filmed with shaky cam in a good way to give it like a documentary style. And Saving Private Ryan is so captivating, it's so immersive, it's so powerful, and it's such an amazing movie. And Saving Private Ryan has a great direction by Steven Spielberg, and Steven Spielberg is one of my all-time favorite movie directors and TV show directors and producers for movies and TV shows. And Steven Spielberg is also one of my favorite writers for movies, shows, and he's such a tour masterpiece. He's so amazing. And I love the opening. Some of my favorite scenes in Saving Private Ryan are all that action battle scene, especially during the D-Day invasion, where there's a lot of shootings and gore and blood. Don't watch Saving Private Ryan if you're below the age of 17 or 16, because it's rated R. You shouldn't watch that movie if you're under 16 or 17. When you're over 16 or 17, you'll be able to watch it. That movie has a lot of drug material like smoking. It has a lot of violence, blood, gore, graphic, gruesome scenes. It's not a movie suitable for kids. In fact, when I was 6 to 11, I was not allowed to watch that movie until I was 25. It was too inappropriate, too violent, too graphic, too gruesome. But now that I'm over 25, I'm old enough to understand the content and history, and Saving Private Ryan is one of the best military war action movies about World War II. It has other action scenes like the rain battle scene, as well as two short battle scenes where they're fighting, and one of the main characters has got an exit wound who died, and there's an action scene where they were having a brief battle, and they found the Ryan character. Ryan is such an amazing character ever put to action military war cinema, because he's not only played by Matt Damon, who will later go on to play Jason Bourne, which ruined, in which the Bourne trilogy ruined and redefined action cinema, but Ryan is such an amazing character. Even the main plot of the movie, finding Ryan and saving him, is central to the movie. It's such an amazing movie. I love the atmosphere. I love the costume designs. I love how they film those action battle scenes and war scenes. It's such an amazing movie. It's so breathtaking. It's so mind-blowing. It's so cool. I love that movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and Saving Private Ryan is a movie that if you want to see action movies where it's loosely based on a true story, and want to learn about real-life battles where military soldiers are fighting against their enemies, then especially when it happened in World War II in real-life history, then you'll love that movie. In fact, there's already been so many action movies about military and war, and I used to love the live-action G.I. Joe movies, but I stopped liking them 4 years ago because they're so awful. There's too many action movies about military heroic soldiers fighting their evil enemies that has been very repetitive to audiences and offers fans nothing new. Action movies about military and war where American or other heroic, Action movies about military and war, where military soldiers that are the good hero guys are fighting their enemies, offer fans nothing new when they made those live action G.I. Joe movies. They're so terrible. They're so it's basically like the G.I. Joe live action movies are about an elite military group who is trying to take down a terrorist organization from destroying the whole world of humanity. And there's so many scenes of military soldiers in the elite military, G.I. Joe, battling terrorist groups like Cobra, and it's basically there's so many action films like that about military and war, including Saving Private Ryan. With G.I. Joe films are based on the successful, popular, iconic, beloved toys, comic books, and cartoons. I have the G.I. Joe comic books, and I do want to read them so bad. I do want to read them so bad. They'll still be one of my all-time favorite comics. But it's very hard to make a good live-action G.I. Joe movie. But let's get back to Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is one of the better action movies about military and war, where military soldiers from America are fighting their enemies. Saving Private Ryan is one of the best military war action movies where soldiers in the military are fighting their enemies. It's so amazing. It's so gripping. It's so amazing. I love the special effects. I love how they film their war scenes. It's so amazing, and there's so many iconic moments. It's so well filmed. It's so well made. It's so well shot, and I love the storyline. Even though there's stuff that's not historically accurate in the movie, a lot of them is loosely based on historical facts, if not 100% historically accurate. 'Cause I'll tell you what, not every movie based on a true story, whether they're good or bad, is going to be 100% fully historically accurate. And Saving Private Ryan is such an amazing movie. I gotta go. Bye.